Join the crew as a member of the Onyx Key for exclusive members-only messages, redirections, and content. We already have a bunch of videos live with some familiar topics as well as new questions, so I'll see you on the other side of the Onyx Key. Make sure you hit the join button to go deeper down this experience with me. Hey family, so we're back with another Milky Moon Day theme, just to take a look at what's gonna happen with you guys in love, this person's current feelings, what you can do to nourish any connection you have on your mind, but we're leading with romance, obviously. So yes, this is a today reading. Yes, it is Monday themed, but it's timeless, so whenever you stumble upon it, it should resonate in some way. So I'll hold up the thumbnail now and let you choose your piles. Pile number 1 is the cookies and cream or Oreo milkshake. Pile number 2 is the chocolate covered vanilla ice cream bar. Pile number 3 is the coconut vanilla ice cream. It's a whole aesthetic. It's got a shell. It's in a shell and it has an orchid. Okay, and then pile number 4 is the hot fudge sundae with a cherry on top. Okay, I'll give you a moment to make your selection, and if you need more time, go ahead and pause the video. Hello, my pile number 1, my cookies and cream Oreo milkshake. The vibe is already high for this group when we talk about this person's feelings, because I got the 2 of cups and a 3 of cups. So this is someone that's already feeling like you're a good friend of theirs. You could be a good friend of theirs. When we talk about people that you're dating, this person would describe you as their best friend. They'd be like, okay, but that's your partner, that's who you're dating. Yeah, but they're like, I'm closer to them than I am my friends. I would still be friends with this person if this person wasn't someone I was attracted to. I'm also getting a vibe with some of you, this person's wondering if they should connect deeper with your friends, okay? Or vice versa, like you need to connect deeper with their friends. I'm gonna get you an overview just so we can see, but something about connecting with each other and friends. It could be a double date, feeling like they want to do a double date. I can get that. Tell me more about this cookies and cream Oreo milkshake, please. What will happen, the current feelings, and what we'll see, what will nourish this connection at the end. But it already feels like a high vibe pile. I love it for you. Tell me about this milkshake, please, my pile 1. Okay, I will take 2. Look at the bigger picture. Fiery climax approaches, loud energy, right? We got 2 fire signs, 2 full moons. Okay, so this is actually beginning of fall. This would be end of spring. So those may be relevant times. Could be where we talk about the outings that I kind of channeled at the beginning, where we talk about birthdays, things like that. But any instances where you two would couple up and be around friends, connect with friends, connect via friends, something like that seems to be a conversation or just internal dialogue, right? Okay, well, meditate and contemplate is in the reverse. So if something happened that was awkward or uncomfortable, or just is something this person would want to avoid, they're not thinking about it. Like they are like, nope, I refuse to acknowledge that it happened or whatever. So if there's some disconnect with the friends like that, definitely in their feelings about it and they're trying to avoid it. Okay, there goes the where it's not love and light. Let me see, tell me more about what's going on, especially if you have friends that are different from you or like different from them and needing to connect a little bit better. Tell me more about my pile 1, please, my cookies and cream milkshake. What will happen? If you're asking, I'll just be mindful. Some of you are dating someone and you know you're going to introduce them to friends, like people they're not used to being around or people that they don't have much in common with. Just keep that in mind and just kind of prep them or try to make it as comfortable as possible, because that is heavy on this person's heart. Even if they're pretending it's not a big deal, right? We got Ace of Wands, which is new energy. I got the Nine of Swords, which talks about being anxious about something different or a creative spark. Let me see. If there's a difference between the two of you that would make it uncomfortable at times, especially early stages of getting to know each other, that is on this person's mind. They're pretending that it's not a thing. They're avoiding it. They might even be lying to themselves like, oh, I'm not worried, I got this. But they, deep down, this person may be having like dreams, like literal dreams and things like that. Like not wanting to offend somebody, or not wanting to make somebody uncomfortable, or just not wanting to be really out of place when we talk about that. Okay. All right. How's this person feeling about my pile 1? This also is a person that just does not want you to know their feelings. Like they don't want you to know their nerves. They don't want you to know their anxiety. They don't want you to know their trauma. They don't want you to know their faults, right? When we talk about the Hanged Man, which new moon in Pisces, right? In reverse, it would be kind of like when we describe Virgo energy of someone trying to be attentive to detail, carry themselves a certain way, want to control their narrative. That's how this person wants you to see them. But on the inside, they have a little bit of turmoil that they don't want you to see. Like they do not want you to know that they have a shadow. They want you to see them as perfect. Okay. All right. Tell me more about this. Look at that. We've got the water. Okay. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, and I've got the sun. So if you're asking about someone with a water sign sun, again, Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces, some of you is dominant Scorpio, because I don't know why I led with that one. Okay, but sun in that is a thing. And I've got Aquarius placements as well. Originality, philanthropy, progressive imagining. Especially if you're asking me about somebody that's like so broad-minded, open-minded, broad perspective. Like, yeah, I hang out with all kinds of different types of people. I can fit in anywhere. If they have that kind of personality, they're a little nervous if you're gonna meet with people, or if your background is different. Like, they have nerves about that. They just don't want you to know. Tell me more about what's going on. This person has control issues, and like they kind of hide who they actually are, if I'm being honest. So why is that like that? We had high vibes initially. Tell me more about this cookies and cream Oreo milkshake. What is this person's current feelings about my pile number 1? Outside of, okay, so there's a side that's like loudly, that's hiding things and hiding how, like, not anything necessarily shady, but they're hiding how they feel, like trying to be something to impress you a little bit in a way that it's so quiet that it's loud. So tell me more about the other side of this group. What is going to happen? Okay. Let's see more. Okay. So, if you're, I'm just going to, I don't lie. So, if you're introducing someone that wouldn't necessarily fit in with a certain group of friends, to this group of friends, it's not going to go well. It's going to be incredibly awkward. It's not going to be productive. They're not going to connect well. Okay. It's gonna awaken this person to realizing that they need to change and be a little bit more broad in perspective. Fire climax could be an argument, you know. Someone's lacking in wisdom, like deep wisdom in reverse could actually come across as ignorance. Yeah. If this is past energy, some of you, this is past energy, and you want to know like, why is this person being weird? What's going on with this person? It feels like there was a conflict with you, right? People you're close with. Friends, there's a lack of harmony. Okay. So obviously the lighter side came through immediately. Like, yes, this person's my best friend. We have so much in common. I love all their friends. They love all my friends, because we would have been friends regardless of us being a couple or being attracted to each other, where we're talking about crushes. And they're like, yeah, I would have gotten to know pile 1 regardless, because look at them, look at me, twins. Okay. But this other side is there's a lot of differences to the point where it's awkward, and it's affecting this person more than they want you to know. Okay, it is. So let me get back on track. I have one more deck. We'll wrap it up soon, because I mean, it is what it is. We can't control the table. All right. A lot of you, it feels, I get a strong wave of this is something that happened and that's why it's already on this person's heart. Now, obviously, some of you, where we're talking about that, this person's just the nerves and anticipation of it, and it's almost like a self-fulfilling prophecy. We'll talk about the conflict, right? Okay. And then obviously I want to bring it back up because I don't want anyone to forget. We're talking about pile 1 with this cookies and cream. The lighter side of this is just two people that it's like twins, right? Same vibe, same energy, same interest, right? Yeah, exactly. Life partner and playfulness. That's why I keep getting two, like twins, like we're the same person, right? That's crazy, right? That's how this person's seeing it. And I'll even read it, right? Life partner says this person is someone that you can enjoy life with wholeheartedly. You two can get through anything together. And then playfulness talks about really just enjoying each other, playing, being, you know, jokes, enjoying each other, liking all the same things. Okay, watch that shadow because breakup is here, right? When it talks about time apart, whether short term or just permanently, where that shadow came through, because it's just the differences is throwing this person off. Whether we're talking about culture, could be religion, could just be lifestyle. When we talk about like some people, it could even be professional, right? Like if someone's whole job is like deeply ingrained into who they are, and then like they're dating someone who's not invested in that field at all, doesn't know anything about it, it's really awkward because now all the friends possibly come from that industry, network, whatever, and the partner, the date, the romantic part, like interest, is just not invested in it, and it's uncomfortable. Yeah, it's weird. I'm not gonna lie. I could see why this person would be uncomfortable, whether it's you, whether it's them, but there's a disconnect right there, which is an incompatibility. So, okay, so let me see what you can do to nurture this connection. Nourish is the word I like to use. What can my pile number 1 do to nourish the situation? Obviously, the lighter side, you're good. This person says you're their best friend. Everybody loves each other. Everybody's happy. Just keep being compatible. Keep spending time together. Keep being playful. But for that side where there's that conflict that may lead to a breakup, tell me what my pile 1 can do. So I'll say this. The awkward, uncomfortable energy on the table, we talk about it leading to transformation. Someone here is very passive and they're going to have to actually address their feelings and what they actually want out of life, whether it is someone that's different from them, whether it is someone with different interests, whether it is someone very much like them. So the destiny is that this connection is to kind of awaken what it is you do and don't want in a connection, what you are and aren't compatible with, even if you desperately want it to be. So that's kind of the destiny, is where we talk about the drastic side of it's just so awkward, so uncomfortable. I mean, what are you gonna do? The destiny is success. So you'll eventually get what you're looking for, but where it's just too like that, it just is what it is. The destiny is that this is transforming you to success. Okay, so your advice overall is just to keep prioritizing your destiny, keep prioritizing your success, and if this becomes a hindrance or a distraction, right? Okay, because think of the lighter side, right? What did I say about them? Prioritize your destiny, prioritize your success. It's like two people mirroring in the best way. They're like twins. They like all the same things. They like all the same types of people. They bring their friend groups together. Everybody loves each other. I could see the lighter side of this group setting friends up. Like on this side I got a friend, on that side I got a friend, and now they're compatible because it's so uncanny how made for each other they almost are. Okay, so I'm gonna close you out and move along to pile number 2. All right, my pile number 2, let's take a look at what's going to happen in love when we talk about this specific connection, this person's feelings, what you can do to nourish this. So listen, my chocolate covered vanilla ice cream bar. This is someone that feels like they hit the jackpot with you. They feel like you're everything that they're attracted to. Okay, like if they have your attention, they're just really feeling like they won at life by getting your attention. This is someone that would feel like they won in life by getting your attention. Okay, so let me get you an overview for my pile 2, chocolate covered ice cream bar. Tell me this person's feelings about my pile 2, please. What can they expect to happen? Okay. I don't know. Everybody's been getting 2 cards today. That's not the intent. The answers you need are coming. Full moon in Gemini, and communication is key. Well, listen, if you're talking about somebody with Gemini placements, that's Gemini dominant, you're in your right place, right space, because wow, it's loud. Okay. Could also be Sagittarius, but I mean Gemini 2 times. What are we gonna do about that, right? This is someone that desperately wants to talk to you if it's no contact. If it is contact, they want to talk to you all the time. They always want to talk to you. It's also someone that kind of loves the sound of your voice, right? Loves the way your mind works, but like they just want to be in contact with you all the time. Okay, so if they're texting you a lot, that is why. Okay, that's why. That's why we need it too. So you double down, like it's a lot of talking. Yeah, full moon in Libra, another air sign. A win-win outcome is forecast. This is someone that feels like you are on the same page regarding the way you think, the way you feel. Like this is someone, honestly, if you were called to the previous pile, you're absolutely the lighter side. Absolutely the lighter side. So if you pick 2 piles, this is your confirmation. We got the scales of Libra, right? And we've got twins here, like same exact feelings, thoughts, all of that. So let me pull more. What's going on with my pile 2, my chocolate covered vanilla ice cream bar? What's going on? I got the 3 of Pentacles. Just work really well together, right? We got the Tower. What's that? Page of Swords. This person feels like I don't know if you've had conflict, or if you're like, this person feels like you two would be able to survive anything. Like, I don't know if you're dating already or if this is just a crush. This person has it on their mind that you're so alike in all of the right ways, or that something about the way you communicate with one another, something about your communication styles, something about your love languages is just so compatible. There's nothing that could happen that you two couldn't talk about. Okay. I've got the Queen of Cups, which talks about patience and understanding. Okay. Working really well together. This is someone that wants to message you. Okay. This is someone that wants to message you if they haven't. Okay. They're a little nervous about it. They're actually asking other people, like, you think I should do it? Or like, I kind of want to do it, but I don't want to do it in a way that just completely to where I fumble in a way that's irreparable. Like where we talk about crushes. Yeah. Tell me more about my pile number 2, please. My chocolate covered ice cream bar. There we go. A maturing energy of house 11. There's our 3rd air sign. It says friends, like-minded groups, and humanitarian beliefs. You may benefit from the Cupcake Crush Chatter thumbnail, right? That's where what they ask their friends about you. I have those on my channel. But this is what I was talking about right here. With these 3 pentacles, like they're talking to somebody, and it's funny because it doesn't feel like they're talking to close friends. I don't know if this person has many friends or many close friends, but it feels like people that they would know via network, that they would know through collaborations and hobbies, versus like their best friend from childhood. So like they're like, how do I talk to pile number 2 without like completely ruining it and being all awkward and uncomfortable? At the bottom I got Saturn. Feeling restricted, experiencing struggle, learning hard work and patience. Like they're making it a little harder on themselves. Like I think one of the people here is gonna tell them that. But I mean, this person seems to think you two are on the same page regarding feelings. But there's a weird energy of I don't want to misread pile 2's signals. right? This person seems to feel like they may be misreading your signals. Because like in their mind, you're like too compatible in a way where in their mind, they're like, I hope I'm not making this up. I'm hoping it's not in my head. Does that make sense? That's kind of where this person is. So tell me more about my pile number 2, please. All right, we'll take that. Reflect in reverse. Okay. Okay, we got devotion. So reflect in reverse, devotion, like this, you know, this combination feels like I don't need to think about it anymore. Like I'm all in with pile 2. If I can get my hands on pile 2, or now that I have my hands on pile 2, like I don't need to think about it. I don't need all this reflection. I know it's a lot of certainty on the table. I know that much. So if this person's not clear and it doesn't come out, if it's not confirmed that this person's just nervous and talking to friends, then I don't know, this might not be your pile. I got a bloom in reverse. Okay. So why is that like that? I got new growth in reverse. Now I'm gonna pull more to see what's going on. Incoming energy of a dream. They seem to really be the most concern is, I just want to make sure I'm not misreading pile 2's signals. Like I feel like they're interested in me, but I'm not sure. That's where this person's head is. Like they're all in, but like I don't know, they don't seem sure. Like if this person got I'm sure that this person's interested in me in that way, like they would go for it. Okay, let me get, yeah, I'll take all of these. Yeah, exactly. The awareness. It's funny because now it's starting to rain. But the awareness. That's what this person's seeking. Incoming energy of hibernation. Incoming energy of transform. Yeah, I mean, this person is thinking they're kind of just going to stay to themselves for a while. I don't know what that's got to do with you and like this connection. But they're like, I just want to kind of stay to myself. Like they're in hibernation for some type of transformation. I don't know what the hermit mode would be. I don't know if this person's like working or if they're just working on themselves, health, whatever it is. Maybe that's a delay. But in that, this person feels really devoted to you, and at the same time they seem to be trying to sort through whatever this transform and hibernation is, whether or not you're interested. And you know, new growth in reverse is back, so we're just gonna keep it and put it here because that's, this person doesn't know how to plant the seeds. There we go. Right? They don't know how to plant the seeds to confirm, but they desperately want to talk to you where we're talking crush. Okay? And where we're talking about someone you're dealing with, they don't know how to plant the seeds about the next step. It's not that they don't want it. They're devoted. They're confident that they want it, but they don't know how to plant the seeds to subtly ask you. Because this is someone that needs to subtly ask you if you want to be exclusive, subtly ask you if you like them back, because if they ask you directly and you say no, devastation to their feelings. Like they're one of those types. So that's what this is. Okay. But I mean, they feel like all of the signs show that like it would work. They just don't want you to say no. Right. So tell me more about this person's feelings and what we can expect for my pile number 2. All right. Let's see. For my chocolate covered vanilla ice cream bar, what is gonna happen? This person's current feelings. Look, same vibe over here, right? Magnetic souls. Your sacred souls are instantly drawn towards each other. It's probably someone that would describe you to as like it was love at first sight. The first moment I ever saw pile 2, like I was just drawn to them. I felt like they were drawn to me too. Let me see if I can get one more. Go to those readings. Those readings, what they tell their friends about you. You're definitely a pile in there somewhere. Okay, family and friends is here. The support of family and friends may help strengthen this connection. It's here. Like some of you, family and friends may, if there were family and or friends around at any point, they kind of notice, and that's why this person's like talking about it. And that's those inner fears we've been talking about, right? We've been talking about that, this whole pile, the nerves, the concern, the lack of certainty, okay? And the third party. This person's not sure if you're single. This person's not sure if you're seeing someone, okay? Like, it feels like that's another part of the nerves, is they're not sure if you're in a relationship or not, and they don't want to be weird if you are, okay? So some of you, they may be like asking friends, asking people that know you, like if you're with somebody, and if you are, they're still interested, but like, I don't know that they're gonna pursue someone that's already committed. You know what I'm saying? And also, there's this energy here, that transform and hibernation that came out. That third party doesn't have to be like a scandalous situation. It could simply be balancing priorities. All right. So let me see what you can do to nourish this. I can already tell you now, if you're interested in this person, be clear about it, because this person doesn't seem to know. Okay. Or when we're talking about wanting next steps, this person doesn't seem to know. Okay. And there is a subtle group of you, it's not many of you, okay, it's a handful of you, where it's still your pile. If that doesn't resonate, what resonates is you may be ready for, like, some of you are like, no, there's no way, I made it very clear I'm ready for the next steps, blah 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 blah. If you have truly, this person, if they're scared and not sure, they're consulting with family and or friends about whether or not they think this person's ready. Like, they're like, you think I'm ready for that? Should I, you know? There's a subtle group of you there. You just weren't that loud, which is why I didn't read that dominantly, okay? All right. Okay, be creative, especially when we talk about making sure this person is aware you're interested in them. You may have to take a more creative approach. You may have to make sure that you're on sync. I mentioned you have similar love languages. Think about how you need people to be clear with you regarding interest. This person may need that back from you. All right, trust your intuition regarding that, but it looks like you may have to be a little more creative in trusting your intuition and how to make sure this person realizes you're interested in them back, or ready for the same leap in connection as them. Okay, so I'm gonna close you out now and move along to pile number 3. All right, my pile number 3, my, what is that, coconut vanilla ice cream. I mentioned in the intro, it's a whole aesthetic. It's in a coconut shell. It's got the orchids. If you like redirections, or if you're new to the channel and don't know what those are, sometimes we get little synchronicities and symbols that will send you to different places on the channel. There's a white orchid here, so maybe orchids somewhere in the Secret Admirer playlist may give you clarity regarding this specific connection. All right, now this is someone, okay, if you're in your right place, right space, that sees you as being critical to their North Node journey. This is someone that feels like you're putting them on path, or that you're going to support them on their path, and it's mutual, right? Where you're meant to support one another into ascending into who you're meant to be in this life. So definitely someone that's feeling like you're a soulmate, all right? But it feels a little more important than just, oh, this is my soulmate, we have feelings, we're going to be together, right? Feels like contributing to something more, something bigger than just you. Okay, so tell me what's going on with this coconut vanilla ice cream for my pile 3. What will happen? What's this person's current feelings for my pile number 3? You know, these are a little bit sticky. I guess they're trying to stick to you, stick with you. Tell me how this person's feeling regarding my pile 3. You know, each pile has gotten that. Look at you. I guess why not? Fine. We're not going to fight back. I was going to say each pile wanted 2, but you get 3. Pile 3. New moon in Scorpio. Hold your vision. This is definitely someone with fixed placements somewhere in their chart. Could be their moon sign, right? New moon in Scorpio, and a fixed moon, which would be a moon in Taurus, Scorpio, Leo, or Aquarius. Look at me. One of those placements, okay? but a new moon is going to be of some importance, okay? So we got a full moon in Cancer, personal issue reaches resolution. Like, okay, so this person, okay, so if you're asking about someone you're familiar with, you have a history with, whatever, it's fine. The answers you need are coming once this personal issue reaches a resolution. So it's kind of someone that either wants a fresh start with you or knows they'll need some type of fresh start. And the fresh start doesn't have to be connected to you. Right? So like if you know you're asking about somebody with a history, then obviously reaching resolution here, connecting, starting over, or refreshing the connection. But there seems to be something on the table where this person's like, I gotta hold my vision. A new start is coming through. I'm working through my fears. Once I resolve this personal issue, I'll be able to really prioritize pile 3 or have a fresh start with pile 3 or continue through with pile 3. Okay, so there's something there. Let me see with the tarot. What's going on with this coconut vanilla ice cream? The Lovers was at the bottom just now. Like this person's serious about you. I'll say that much, okay? So what's gonna happen? If I can get a good shuffle. What is this person's current feelings and what's gonna happen? For my pile number 3. All right. Knight of Swords. Page of Swords. Okay, all these messages, all this conversation. Let's see. Okay, let me get one more. Oh, rapidly. Aquarius energy of the Fool. Definitely new starts. More Aquarius energy. So this person could have Aquarius placements. Whether they have a dominant Aquarius energy in their chart or if it's in a prominent placement, okay? But that is one of these here. Some of you, it may be a moon sign, okay? But something about this person's journey, something about a fresh start, like the Fool ascending to the star, that seems to be where this person's head is. We did have the North Node at the very beginning. So this person seems to view their connection with you as bigger than just that. Like I said, it seems like your connection seems to be they seem to be associating it with their path to ascension. Okay? And I don't know that we're talking like career, but I mean just like the things they want to do. Aquarius rules networks, right? It rules like extended networks, associates. It rules missions, right? That are near and dear to us because they also rule collective spaces and hobbies. Like there's something here that this person sees you two ascending towards together. So what is that? Tell me more about what's going to happen with my pile number 3. You know, Aquarius is ruled by Uranus. That is a shocking energy. It rules shocks, rules technology, rules social media. All of those things could be applicable. We've got an opposition. And we got a house 1. Okay, so there is a slight shadow where we're talking about a connection, and I mentioned where we're talking about a restart with someone after resolving some type of issue, where we're talking about an ex. This feels like someone that's kind of losing sight of themselves in the connection, right? Like it conflicts with who they are, their individuality. Okay, so watch that. Now, on the contrary, this may be where we're talking really healthy connections where things work well, where you're connecting really well. This person may support you and help you when you're losing sight of who you are, right? It feels like the type of person's like, nah, it's getting kind of foggy with that Neptune. Let me remind you of who you are, okay? I like it. Feels inspirational. It feels like two people that inspire each other. And obviously this is someone that would be doing the same for you, right? Especially when we talk about sharpening instincts, because that's what we have right here with this wolf moon. Feels like someone that kind of brings out your inner wolf or vice versa, or both. When we talk about renewing of energy and resolving issues, like this person feels like you're critical to helping them be sharp and renew. Okay, once in a blue moon, they think this is a rare connection. Okay, that's how they see you. So what is this person's feelings about my pile number 3, please? What is this person's feelings about my pile number 3? Let's get a few more. Yeah, they feel like you can see where they can't. Okay, like Neptune is where we have the fantasy, we have the fog. Some of you, this person may consider you psychic genuinely, or they may play like, oh, you know me better than I know myself, right? With the psychic in reverse, the lack of ability to see. Okay. Yes, yes, yes. You help refine them. That's what they see. Like where they struggle, you help keep them on track. Okay. Where they struggle to manifest, you open and broaden their perspective. Okay, you make them more productive. Okay, and I know we were looking for feelings, but I mean, this person feels like you're their match. Okay, it's more about like the thinking with this person. And I mean, what's the next move? It's gonna be productive, I know that much. If we're talking pure crush, this is someone that's going to try to connect with you in a collaborative space. I say collaborative, but not small group, large group, collective space, right? More of a larger gathering, right? Gatherings on the larger side, events on the larger side, since we have both the Fool and the Star, okay? I have this harmony that's here, and I mentioned disconnect, you know, there's a disconnect. Right? Personal issue reaches resolution, working through your fears. They're worried about some sort of disconnect. I don't know. There needs to be some sort of a renewal, literally on the table. Would need to start fresh. Like, whatever it is, there's a critical theme of disconnect in this person's aura when it comes to you, okay? Very soon. What is very soon? Let's clarify very soon for my group 3. Slowing down. Okay, this is maturing. We got family, friends, and safe place. All right, very soon. Okay, what will happen, right? That disconnect we're talking about, that disharmony, very soon, someone, something is gonna slow down. Whether it's fast-paced life, this person, you, and family and friends, a la possibly this collective collaborative energy, are creating a safe place. Okay, like this feels like if you know this person's friends and they know your friends, feels like maybe a cookout, like on a larger side, like outside at a park, okay, or like events around, like larger with lots of family, lots of friends. You see what I'm saying? And safety there, and being comfortable there, and letting your guard down there so you can finally connect. Okay? And that makes a lot of sense where we're talking about crushes and y'all's exes, right? Like, oh, you know, maybe if I run into pile 3 around their people, maybe we can rekindle. I know how y'all get. I see it all the time on my table. Because someone's thinking they've got a final shot. And that's an ex, and that could even be a crush, right? Like crush is like, I've been nervous, I've been scared, but I'm going for it. It's my final shot, taking this final shot, okay? All right, so let me see what you can do to nourish the connection. Look at me, I got noise in the background. Okay, we're just gonna mute the computer. Look at that blessed day at the bottom. I mean, I heard the words be approachable. Make sure you're having a good day if you're going to any gatherings. This is not the type of gathering you just stumble upon. This is something you plan to go to. It's too many people on the table. Like calendars need to sync up. It's not like a couple of friends, handful of friends. It's like, hey, you know what? Would be cool if we did like a charity event next month. the month after. Or, you know what would be great? If we just like put on a show next week. I mean, not next week, but like in a couple of weeks, right? Like it feels like something that would take, you would need to plan at a minimum, especially if you're going to have food, you know. Yep, that was this last reading where I was calling everybody big bags. Like, you can't have a gathering like that without food. So, you know, here we have, when it comes to disconnect, be willing to connect, right? So use your willpower to be proactive in engaging this person, because especially at like gatherings like that, like I would even argue like that's weddings, like people have large weddings, like large baby showers, things like that. Like if you're at an event or if you're in a situation with a lot of people, you got to be proactive in engaging this person. Or if this person's like trying to connect with you, make sure you put yourself in a position to see this person, right? Because that seems to be the thing, and leadership does talk about taking the initiative in those types of situations, based on, because you know who you're asking about, right? It seems to be a disconnect because a lot of moving pieces and things like that. Okay, so I'm gonna close you out and move along to pile number 4. All right, my pile 4, my hot fudge sundae with the little cherry on top. I'm gonna take a look to see what's gonna happen with this connection, the specific person on your mind. We're gonna see their current feelings, and then I'm gonna take a look at what you can do to nourish this connection, okay? So let's see from my pile 4, what's gonna happen. What's the temperature check for this person's feelings? Look at you. It's the first pile where I only got 1. Work through your fears. What's that all about? The energy is gaining momentum. Listen, I don't know what's going on. This working through your fears and the energy gaining momentum, that feels like someone that feels like it's go time. They feel like they have an opportunity to connect deeper with you, or they feel like they're gonna have an opportunity to connect deeper with you soon. So we're talking pure crush. It's like, oh no, I'm ready because I'm about to see pile 4. Like, I know I gotta suck it up because I'm about to see pile 4. Like, energy gaining momentum feels like do or die time. Like, I gotta move, and if I don't, I'm gonna regret it, or it's just not gonna happen. Right? So what is this? Tell me what's going on with this hot fudge sundae. You know, maybe the hot fudge is pressure. I don't know. Feels like a lot of pressure. Okay. Tell me what's going on for my pile 4. What's going to happen? And what's this person's current feelings about my pile number 4? Tell me about this hot fudge sundae. 8 of Pentacles is getting to work. Okay, this combination for some reason feels like being more efficient than in the past. Competing. Okay, you got options. Good for you. This person can tell. This person knows. Okay, they want to be stable. They want to be the one you end up with. Okay, but they can tell. They're like, listen, it's competition, and it's wide open with that blank card. Like, they're like, it's wide open for pile 4's heart, and I need to make sure that I'm the one that is this 4 of Pentacles that locks it down, that stabilizes out of this competition, because it's always been competition when it comes to pile 4. And I don't know why it's like that. I don't know what all this competition is or where it came from, but it's just somebody that's got a flame lit under them, like, oh, I need to move, or somebody else is gonna take advantage of my opportunity with pile 4. And there's an underlying wave of confirmation of you being single, where we're talking about a crush. I don't know where they're getting this information, but there's a confirmation of being single. Like, it's very clear, it's very obvious that you're available. And like, once this person gets that the what will happen is the loudest part of this pile. Like, it's not even about this person's feelings. They're interested. The end. But the wave of what will happen is, I'm going to move. I got to go. Yeah, we got a trine here. It says angelic support, harmony, and perfect flow. Feels like divine alignment, right? Like, angelic support feels like where things just align perfectly. and you end up at the right place at the right time with the right opportunity. That's how this person is feeling. Okay, so if this, I don't know why that person feels like that right now, but that's how they're feeling when it comes to you. So what is this? I got the sign of Cancer, which talks about nurturing, comfort, and protection. Okay, Cancer rules family, possibly maternal figures. Some of you, this person, some of you where there's questions of whether or not this person's maternal figure, family members generally, but specifically any maternal figures would approve of you, they've gotten a green light, and that's the thing. Yeah, confirmation. Like they've gotten a green light there. Some of you, there's support. Some of them got confirmation from a maternal figure. So like, let's say this is someone that knows your family members, older feminines in your family. This person telling all your business. They made sure this person knows you're single. Okay. I think that's funny. Let me get one more. I got Moon. See, Moon, Cancer. Right? Same vibe. This is the ruler. Which is funny. I love that that came out because you're in your right place, right space. That's our reading, right? Milky Moon Day. Shout out to you. At the bottom, I've got Saturn, which rules paternal figures. So we're talking parents, something about parents, okay? If you're talking about someone here that you're with, you've been with long term, and the conversation is that about children, they're in the hot seat. They feel the pressure regarding children, okay? I lead with crushes because that's everybody, most people that watch these are single and trying to find them somebody. But those of you that just want clarity on your connection, if there's pressure, if you're applying pressure, or if this person's applying pressure to you, they know, they can tell that you're under pressure, or they feel the pressure of, I gotta decide what's going on. Otherwise, Pile 4 is gonna move on. When we talk about alignment for children, they're willing to start from scratch, okay? Because obviously children are a deal breaker when we talk about compatibility. So let me pull more. I think this is funny that there's someone here that got clarity and confirmation from someone's parent or just maternal figure. We've got rejuvenate here. Incoming energy of feeling very refreshed and ready to go, okay? This is someone that's not willing to release how they feel about you, and a maturity of an awareness of what has to happen to maintain a connection or to begin one, okay? I've got support, a maturing energy of support. There's something about support from like parents, okay? Like I mentioned, Saturn rules paternal figures. Cancer Moon is maternal figures. Even though I dominantly have maternal, obviously I still have that paternal. It's like forefront of the reading and very loud is maternal energy, and like subtly there is the paternal energy. So that may be relevant for some of you where you're dating someone and dealing with their parents. But this feels like an approval, a confirmation. Those of you where you would be, next steps would be kind of like marriage and all the things, what's going to happen. The paternal figure passively is like, I guess. The maternal figure is like, yes, yes, absolutely. You know, like I get all of that on the table. So give me more. Tell me what's going on. Let's go back to the crushes for my pile number 4. What's going on with this hot fudge Sundae? What are their current feelings? What's going to happen? Freedom. Let me see. Okay, I'll take all 3 of these in the, you know what? All 4 of these in the bottom. That's what we'll do. Butterflies. Security. Missed chances. I mentioned that. And then falling in love. Feels like locking it down. Feels like someone where if they've missed chances, it makes them more interested, more invested, because they can't quite get you in their grasp. where the fear of losing you because of whatever is on the table is a thing, it's reminding them why they fell in love with you. It's making them feel insecure. They're wanting to, like the butterflies is making them want to tighten up, right? The fear of loss, okay? I mean, if that's what you got to do. And look, we got courtship. So someone's got the yes, the approval for courtship, whether it's through parents, more mature family members, confirmation that someone's single. Like someone's got the approval for courtship. Someone's got the confidence regarding pursuing somebody. All right. All right. I'm going to put that there. And let me see what you can do to nourish this connection. What can my pile 4 do to nourish this connection? Blessed day. Well, feel good, be good. Just lean into the success, be happy. It feels like someone that in the shadow, they feel the pressure, so you're gonna get what you want. Because I don't know how, I can't speak on long term. That's not what this kind of reading is for. But if your method of getting this person to do what you want is to apply pressure, right? Making sure they know that your non-negotiables are non-negotiable and you're willing to move on, and they adjust. I don't know how this is going to go long term. Again, that's the shadow. Looks like you'll be successful in applying that pressure. Good for you. Lighter side of the pile, where we got confirmation of someone being single, someone being interested, someone being available. We got a paternal, maternal blessing. All of that, lean into it. You're good to go. It's been blessed. It's been supported angelically, right? All right. So thank you so much for supporting the channel. I'm going to close it out now.